Holy moly, I'm back online again, everybody. What's going on, my friends? PTL here, yes, the Indian accent, and this is what we do here. Because we're gonna break, we're gonna fix, and we're gonna repeat, and when we repeat, we talk. We're gonna talk about it, and that's what we do. We love to talk about it here at the Binge House Garage. What is going on, everyone? Just wanted to say hi, see what's going on out there in the world. Let's talk VW. Have you guys been seeing the SEMA stuff? Oh man, I've been obsessed with the SEMA stuff right now. There's some good stuff out there and some really dumb stuff. I don't know what you guys been seeing. I've been seeing a lot of stuff. However, hey, what's going on, David? What's up? What's up? Long time. It's been a while. I usually, like I said, I've been trying to get more back into this, my old routines, and talking with you guys, talking car. I love talking car and just hanging out and talking with you guys for a while. It's just great night. So if you guys have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll respond. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, sir. Yeah, no, I'm definitely very happy. Hey, what's up, Kajan? 9 o'clock for some reason is like the best time for a lot of you guys, especially my normals, my my what you guys what's the word? Hey, Tony Astro, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. But yeah, let's talk car. Well, recently something new for my car, actually, my Mark IV, the fuel pump from Deshworks gave out. Now, this is a good thing and a bad thing, okay? Yeah, wife and kid are doing great, Ramon, and a good intercooler setup. And are you trying to go bigger turbo? Are you stock? Give me some more information here because it's kind of bleak. Once you answer that, then okay, stock, nothing. Don't buy anything. At going to a bigger intercooler actually makes you lose power because you got to fill up a larger container of air with a little tiny turbo. So you actually lose some boost. There's a better answer right there. Get on that meth, yo. Get on that meth. A water meth, Snow Performance, Diablo, another good company that I love to run meth kits with. Straight bolt-on, not much, and you get an easy 10, 15 horsepower. Much better than an intercooler, just so you know. If you go to a KO4, there we go. Now you're talking actual power. Going to a KO4, you can get a front mount intercooler. If you're on a budget, get an eBay kit. Can't complain. If you got money, build your own eBay kit. Get something with better piping, looks better in the bay. However, you're going to spend some more money. By the time you're done with a custom kit, you're probably looking around $600-700. If you're not going to go with a custom kit, then I would recommend Forge or what's the other company? Eurosport. Probably make the best bolt-on intercooler kits. Oh, and New Speed. Those three companies make probably the best intercooler kits that look factory, easy to install, and they have the best fitment without doing any custom work to your actual bumper or the car itself. Nice, Kajan. That's meth is always legit. Easy, like I said, easy, 15, 20 horsepower without causing any actual serious damage to your motor. It's phenomenal. Subframe and raising the hole the recording to avoid having an issue again later. When doing bog boom on strip my trans bolt where they met. Space server and steel. Well, even if you go to a steel, what's it called, Luis? Steel dog bone. Now you run into the issue of cracking your actual bell housing. One thing about going to like a higher end dog bone or say a more solid option, keeping in mind you will have a risk of cracking the actual bell housing. It sucks. I've done it. So going to solid or going to a harder bushing style, if you do strip the hole, My recommendation is helicoil it and get a bolt back in there. Save yourself the headache. If you're running too low, if your car is sitting so low that you have that risk, don't fret. Pinche Al's skid plates are coming out soon. And I will make a skid plate, legitimate. I'm not kidding you. I'm making a skid plate that goes from the front of the car all the way to the back to the subframe to prevent all these stupid issues that a lot of low car people have, is scraping that stupid dog bone and breaking it. Because it has, like, a corner, you hit a dip and you dig into that, that's the end of your dog bone. That's the end of your subframe. That's the end of your oil pan. So Pinche Al's Garage is got a plasma cutter, actually a CNC plasma cutter, and we're going to design steel skid plates that go underneath your car and are going to be legit. I mean, my goal is to make fun, high quality, easy to install skid plates for everyone that are actually affordable. So I know it's kind of a weird thing to say, affordable, all in the same thing, but I'm going to do it. The only downside is shipping is going to be expensive. So, because it's a big piece of steel. What's going on, Raymond? Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to catch up all to the all these questions. So give me a second, all right, guys? What? David, PVC pipe? Are you joking? Slap yourself. Kacha, kacha. Aluminum intercooler piping is all you can use. Period. None of this plastic. Don't use plastic for anything that runs heat. Oil is no. Kachush. Let's see here. Hold on your questions. Let me read some more here. Let's see. What about David Hernandez, like a splitter? Not a splinter, but like a splitter in the back, or you mean a front splitter for the front bumper? Is that what you're thinking about, David? Yeah, I'm going to be making splitters. I'm going to be making custom splitters with the holders, and they're going to be designed to actually mount to your bumper, and they're going to be designed to have brackets to go mount to the actual chassis underneath the car. I'll explain more when I have more designs up and going. I just got my table set up. I'm actually practicing right now on how to cut with my plasma table. It's actually a CNC plasma table, so it actually does all the work for me. I just draw out the design, so it's pretty cool. Let's see. Kajan, how much can you tell me about the FSI cam chain problem? Hard to say if I have a chain slap or if I'm hearing things. Okay, Kajan, this is Mark V issues, and AKA Mark 6 Golf R problems, actually, because the Mark 6 Golf R uses an FSI engine versus a TSI. And yes, the FSI cam follower, which is this little thimble, like it looks like a freaking thimble, I kid you not, and that goes in the actual fuel pump. That little thing sits on the actual cam, and the pump goes on top of it, and that's what pressurizes. So how often that has to be replaced? The new process now by Volkswagen is every 30 to 40,000 miles. Personally, by one of my good friends, Jose Escobar, he actually told me he's been replacing them every 3 oil changes, which is about, I think, $30-40 every 3 oil changes. So maybe once a year, twice a year, depending on how much you drive. Apparently, with cars that have that are being tuned and have actual high power, they tend to fail a lot sooner. So if your cam chain follower is failing, pull the pump out. It's 3 bolts, I kid you not, and it's a little screwdriver, not screw. Smart man. Pull that out, and obviously, if you change it already in the car, yeah, it's still making cam or chain slap, what you need to do is take the valve cover off, check the chain, the cam tensioner. It's a chain one like on the Mark IVs. It's like a little thing that goes roller. See if it's easy to push up and down. If it is, you might need to replace the cam chain tensioner as well. It's not that hard. You just got to pull the cams out and then reverse install the tensioner. It's pretty easy. The only issue that you fall into is that you have to do the timing because you can't keep the timing locked because you have to pull the cams out. But personally, I recommend it if you do see some slapping. If it's a high mileage, believe me, a lot of people get scared with it. And I feel you, man. It's a scary thing. However, the super, super cool thing about our cars, our VWs, is that they make it easy for you. I know it's kind of weird, like, whoa. Cars, Volkswagen, Germans, making it easy for me, the owner. And yeah, that sounds like a cam tensioner to me at 150,000 miles. What's really cool, everything has its marker. It has its place. If you get yourself a Bentley manual, follow the Bentley guide, you will not fail. I've walked 4 people over the phone via picture, and they were able to do it with no problems. Oh, awesome, Travis. I'm glad that you got yourself a lower subframe. Now, did you buy a new one or did you just go to the junkyard? Because junkyards, you get them for like $30, dude. Oh, Tony. Yeah, that happens. It does happen. And usually if it falls into the motor, now did it stay on the top of the cam? Like it just the piece of it is inside the cams? It might just be floating around. It won't be that bad. If you can, figure out a way to suck it out. If not, shouldn't be that bad, but hopefully the car still runs fine. But for all you guys out there, I highly recommend buying a Bentley manual. They're $30-$40 and they're worth their weight times 10 in gold. I'm just saying that. Bentley manuals are phenomenal. They walk you through every step of the way for that specific job. That's how I teach you guys everything I know. I keep mine right next to me, man. My Stewie pants. Okay, I keep mine always next to me. I always keep Post-its for very, very common questions people always ask me, because this honestly saves you money. It saves a lot of money and it makes sense. The book, I'm not kidding you. I mean, it tells you step by step on how to do a specific job. Do not make your own meth kit. I'm telling you that right now. You would have to learn how to regulate PSI. You're going to have to find a way to regulate all that pumping and everything. Don't do it. Unless you know how to build your own pump and reservoir system, I don't recommend it very much. David, what's going on, banging? Woo! Now, if you guys are following my Instagram page, Pinche Al's Giveaways, we are giving away a set of coilovers and a set of floor mats with a Pinche Al swag bundle. Can't complain. It's legit. It's free. No, fool. Not Breaking Bad. Joe, yeah, 10 hours is actually not bad for doing a water pump. Now, what did you do it on? Did you do it on a Mark 6? Did you do it on a Mark 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? What generation car did you do a water pump on, Joe? Very important. That is right, Luis. Bentley manual and VCDS. 10 hours was okay. So, Joe, was it your first time ever doing it? David, I understand that you can just dump meth into a manifold. That does not necessarily mean it's going to work great. No, Travis, I haven't done that before yet. But I'm trying to answer Joe's. Was it your first water pump ever, Joe? That's not bad. No, it's not bad. Doing a water pump, your timing and the belt, all the hardware, that's honestly not that bad. 10 hours. I know to some people, like, whoa, whoa, it's not that bad. 10 hours. It actually isn't bad, especially if you're doing it in a driveway. Us driveway mechanics, I kid you not. People are like, oh, dude, you got to lift. We can get this done quick. I'm all like, lift? Oh, hell no. Main don't new lift. We do this in a driveway. Beach House Garage has always been about the average Joe, the average pinche Al, bro. You don't understand. YouTube certified. Yeah. Now, what do I mean by the average Joe? You, me, anyone that can read and understand direction. This is what my YouTube channel has been about for years. A lot of these other guys on YouTube are all about, well, I got money, I can do this, and I can teach you all this. But doesn't mean that you're the average Joe. That guy probably has 20 sponsors, and all this other money coming in to help do his job right. Sorry. I'm here to teach you how to do the job like anybody else. Any other teenager, a teenager getting out of school, buying his first Mark IV. One of my favorite things. I get this all the time. Oh, dude, I just, put an exhaust and I was like, what are you doing? You're breaking the car. First, understand it before you destroy it. And then destroy it, and then, put all the money all over and do it over again until you do it right the next time around. Or watch the channel. Learn how to do it. I can do a water pump. I can pull a motor, bolt on a turbo, do the water pump and timing all in one day in 10 hours, probably, like Joe, because I've done these motors or these cars so many times. That 1.8T back there, I can put that together in 3-4 hours with no problems and done to the book. Why? Because you do it so many times. You learn it. You become a master of your own trait, per se. But I'm not going to say that I'm the best at it. Hell no, I'm never going to say that. I can always learn something new, and I always do with you guys. And that's what I love about my channel. That's what I love about you guys coming up on here. You guys always get me going on something new, and it makes it so much more exciting, And that's why I love, my channel, because it's awesome. You guys get to talk with me. Pretty soon, we're expanding, actually. Nice, banging. How did you get your door lock barrel rebuilt or fixed? Because I actually got to fix mine. I'm very curious about that. Need to know how you did that. But again, Pinche House Garage is actually expanding. Finally, we're actually going to be upgrading very soon. My very, very good friend Ben from Bud Built Designs is. How's it going, D Stone? Damn, I haven't seen you in a minute, buddy. Welcome, tuning in. Nice. Send me a link, banging. I would love to see that kit and want to see what it includes, because I got to rebuild my my driver's side one. It's been sucky. So it'd be very, very interesting in how to do it and actually make a DIY out of it. Why not? But again, we're expanding, and this is why the plasma cutter is coming into play. Pinche House Garage is going to be making custom parts. Yay! We're going to be making engine bay parts, trunk parts. We're going to be making a lot of cool fabricated stuff that it's going to be very nice for Mark IIs, Mark IIIs, Mark IVs, Mark I's. I'm trying to stay within Mark 1 to 4, just because that's just my forte. I will get into 5, 6, and 7s and 8s now. Hey, babe. Everyone, Carlene is here, my wife. Yay! Get over here. Hold on. Get on. Just say hi. Okay, put your hand in there. There's my wife. Been around the headache and God, wife's too blown. Oh no, wife's too slow, Beetle. Thomas Redman, awesome. That is very cool. I'm glad. We got the wire harness in the Mark II. I got it all filmed up, so I'm going to show you how to put in your 1.8T wire harness. Hit up VW Search and Rescue on Instagram, also known as SMP Performance. They make the wire harnesses. Definitely hit them up if you want a wire harness properly made to be bolt on. So, thank you, Travis. I love that comment. I love that compliment. Not very often I get compliments, and I love it. And believe me, I only do it for you guys, and I want to make more. I want to do more. Oh, wow, Thomas. That is freaking cool. You're in Australia. You are pretty much by Mighty Car Mods. If you ever get a chance to see those guys, tell them I said hi. I want to really meet those guys so bad. I've been watching Mighty Car Mods for a long time. You sent it, Banging? Let me see here. I haven't gotten anything yet, Banging. That is correct. Your assumption is correct, Mark IV. Let's see here. So you guys, next month for the holiday season, we're giving away a KO4 turbo kit with a kinetic manifold and an intercooler kit all in one. I'm super excited for this giveaway. It's going to be... Yeah, you can take my number. Here you go. There's my phone number. My phone number is actually going to be public information very soon because Pinchao's Garage is finally turning into a business. So, not a business, but what is it going to turn into? A nonprofit. So it can help us move forward with a lot of fun stuff that we're doing. Here's Florian Forrester Photography. All right. So we're giving away a turbo kit very soon. I'm trying to work with a couple other manufacturers to get you guys some injectors. Boost dynamic tuning. We're going to give you a tune with that. Why not? You can definitely do that with the TDI. But are you using a manual or an automatic? That's a real question right there. If you use an automatic, their transmissions are garbage. You'll be fine with the manual. Just make sure you have an upgraded clutch to hold the torque that you're going to be given when you actually pull that load. Those cars are 2,000 miles. I thought we were doing something local. Let me look up the towing capacity of that car. Let me give you a second here. Give me a second. I'm doing the research right now for you. 2,000 pounds is the maximum towing capacity of a Mark IV TDI. So yeah, it's not the weight of a Mark IV. Mark IV is about 2,800 pounds. So new. Yeah, I think my only concern for you would be going up hills, because you'd be able to tow it if you were going flat 100% of the way. But the moment you hit that hill, you're going to burn that clutch that clutch is going to either burn or your transmission is just going to melt. It's going to get so hot and it's going to be done. So I would definitely, I wouldn't do it. I would not risk it, not at all. The carbon fiber, yeah. Yeah, Mark IVs are actually very heavy. Mark IIIs, Mark IVs were the first generations of the fat boys, I call them, just because they're very heavy cars. They started around 2,600 pounds. Most of them actually averaged about 3,200 pounds average, depending on which, package you got with the car. So yeah, they were very heavy cars. Yeah, I didn't get any message from you, Bangin. Hit me up on Facebook, man. I mean, if you upgraded the clutch or anything, it's not the clutch is the problem, David. It's more of a... You know, D-Stone, one thing is I tell people, you'll never bother me. Just be patient with my response because I'm a very slow responder. It takes me a very long time to respond to you guys just because I have a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week. And we have kind of a life. You know, my wife is here. Yeah. All right. And we just made an offspring. We have another entity in my family, and she is a daughter and is a human being, and yeah, it keeps us a little busy. And then I have my nephew, you know, and then I have YouTube, and then I have you guys on here, and then I have my sticker business, and I have my 3D printing, and then I'm gonna have my plasma cutting. And I'm a little busy. You know, I'm a busy person, but I still always try to make time for everyone. Just because you guys are awesome, and because of you guys is why I keep doing what I'm doing. So text me, bother me, please. It's okay to multi-text me. I don't care. Just don't send me dick pics. I won't respond to dick pics. Don't call me at 2 a.m. I had one guy call me at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Oh, some weird, obscure time. I will answer. I kid you not. And I will be friendly to you. But just don't do it. Please don't do it. You know? David, Bentleys you can get on Amazon. That's where my friend got his, and he gave it to me. And it's been, like I said, it's been a phenomenal book for me, and I've been loving it. I actually got a Bentley for my 71 bus, and it's been great. I've been actually figuring out how to do certain things on it now. Yeah, I'm not receiving any texts from you, buddy. Like I said, send it to me via Facebook or Instagram. What you want to text me. But I don't know why I'm not receiving it. I mean, I got internet service here, so. Now, David Hernandez, are you talking about the single mass flywheel and clutch for your car or for the guy with the TDI? Hey, Al, I've had that number for a long time. Just never used it. Haven't wanted to hit you up for because family time, man. But may need your help or opinion from time to time. Definitely, dude, call me. Like I said, I'm not opposed of you guys calling me, man. Just be patient. If you do call me and I don't answer, please don't think I'm ignoring you. You know, I might be at work or I might freaking be pooping. I poop a lot. I eat a lot of beef. Okay. Let's see. Kajan, have any SEMA stuff you seen? I didn't go to SEMA. I just been Googling SEMA. I've been going on Facebook with SEMA. A lot of my friends went to SEMA with yeah, using my pinche swag. Oh, there's banging. I finally got you, buddy. I got you. Texting me. Um, that'll do it. And 3 hours isn't that bad, you know. Hold on, now Banging sending me stuff. eBay. Oh, it's for the cylinder kit. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a full rebuild. What's funny? It's I only need this one piece right here. This one. That's the only one I need to get my thing back up in working condition because it's jacked. It's like so jacked, but it is what it is. You cannot use the same drive shafts, and what you have to do is use Mark II axles with. Well, before I even say that, Thomas, what transmission are you using? And before you answer that, I'm gonna go grab myself a burr. All right, let's see here. Again, so if you're using the Mark IV O2J transmission, so a manual from AJU. I don't know what the AJU is, but do you know what transmission code it is? Okay, awesome. O2J. So O2J transmissions, the cups, the actual axle cups, are too long. So if you can, again, hit up S&P, or if you can get a hold of a 100 millimeter axle cups from the Mark II. They came on the 16 valve transmissions and the 8 valve transmissions. They're much shorter, and you can use those axle cups in the O2J transmission, and then you use the factory Mark II axle, and then that's it. Everything fits in beautifully, and they're just the right length, and blah blah blah. Crazy banging. The VR6 transmission, no, it's just the way it bolts on. It is different, but the way that they are not the same. It's just you got to remember, they don't. A VR6 transmission will not bolt into a 1.8T transmission. The bell housings are actually different, just because the VR6 engine is actually different. So you got to factor that in. But they are essentially the exact same transmission. So let's assume you got a VR6 tranny, an O2J VR6 tranny, and an O2J 1.8T, but this one's broken. On the 1.8T, you can take the front bell housing off. It's a couple bolts. Take it off. Take off the VR6 one. Slap that on, and then you can swap it right over. Ooh, Connor. Oh. Yeah, that motor's done, buddy. How many valves did you bend, Connor? Okay, banging. What is up with the 5th gear swap? I've heard of them, but don't really know what the deal would be. All right, easy. There's only one gear that people swap the O2J gear with, and that is the TDI 5th gear. And the only reason why people swap the 1.8T 5th gear over a TDI gear, it's longer. It doesn't make any more power. Technically, actually makes less power because it is a bigger gear. So what happens? Your RPM, your all Mark IVs, O2Js at 80 miles an hour go about 3,000 RPMs. On a TDI, since the TDIs use lower RPMs, you get pretty much a free 1,000 RPMs of extra. That's how I look at it. So you can cruise at 80 miles an hour at 2,000 RPMs with a TDI fifth gear on an O2J transmission. That is probably what you're asking for. Let's see. Banging all exhaust valves and 4 intake. Oh, yeah, and your pistons probably are jacked too. Now, Connor, this is a question you're going to have to ask yourself. Do you want more power, or do you just want to buy another motor? Because this is the perfect opportunity to build yourself a monstrosity or just get another stock motor. Think about that. Or buy a stock motor. There you are. Good man. Good Connor. It's a good answer. That's the answer I wanted here. I want my power. Oh, and by the way, this live segment is brought to you by Mother Earth, Cali Creaming, Creamsicles Beer. Very, very good. This legitimately tastes like a creamsicle, by the way. Very good.
If you like beer.
If you like beer. David, BR6 head, 12 valve. What are you going to do with that? That's not going to work with the 1.8T. It's a V6 head. It's kind of weird. Oh, you have is it just a head or is the whole block? Oh, what was the Facebook one with me cutting the machine? With the machine cutting? Banging? Gotcha. Well, David, I would just post that online. Definitely on the Mark IV, Burn All the MK4s page. Yeah. I would definitely put it on there and sell it because if it's those heads, I mean, if it's just a factory, like, a factory spec rebuild, $300, $500 tops you're going to get for that head. If the rebuild was done right, that's probably what it's worth. Yeah, yesterday, my buddy, I don't know if you guys know about Malacca Motorsports. He's a good friend of mine, George. Those guys have like the 800 horsepower VR6 B5 S4s, and they're really good friends of mine, and I've known them for a long time before he was Malacca Motorsports. But yeah, those guys hit me up, so I'm making stickers for them. You guys can see that. Really good friends of mine, so I'm going to be making their stickers for them. Hopefully, hit them up. Follow them on YouTube and Instagram. These guys make some crazy stuff on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, nice banging. I'd pick up a Rado. Really cool guys, George and Stavo. Really cool guys. And I've known them for a long time, and they're getting big on YouTube. He's way bigger than me. Yeah, they got some really cool cars, that's for sure. And they like I said, they hit me up, so I'm going to do some stickers for them. And yeah, it's fun stuff. Really cool guys. And when people always hit me up, I always tell them, go to his channel. It's legit stuff, and it's fun stuff. I mean, these guys, when you got money, you can do stuff. You can do a lot of fun stuff. When you're poor, and he's a cool guy. This guy is funny and he's cool. Yeah, definitely one of those people that is super humble, down to earth, and understands, the whole purpose of it. There's no such thing that you're going to be the fastest person out there. No, they don't have the 25. No, they don't have that car. No, but he's the guy who built the world's fastest RS5, pretty much factory RS5. I think that's what he got world record wise with Audi. Super cool. Like I said, super cool guys. Hit them up. Tell them I sent you. Tell them that they're awesome. Cool people. Cool beans. See what he's up to. They're always posting. Always posting. I know, dude. I wish I had the money to do half of the stuff they do. Half of it. But like again, it is what it is. That's exactly right. That's my wife saying.
We don't hate.
No, we don't have hate unless you drive a Honda or a Prius.
You drove a Honda.
Drove. Okay. Past tense.
You know, a lot of people know that.
No, they just heard it. They heard it. They know it now. Hate Hondas. Again, either that doesn't matter. It's besides the point. What else is going on, peeps? Ask some questions, man. I'm here to talk to you guys. Let's talk. Oh, back to what I was talking about my Mark IV. So my fuel pump was popping fuses. Now, I'm not a hater with manufacturers. I'm not a hater with customer policies and manufacturer warranty policies. I understand it. I work at Best Buy. I deal with that every day at my job at Geek Squad. So I use the Deshworks DW65 pump, which is the high performance for up to 500 horsepower fuel pump for a drop-in Mark IV. I owned it for 1 year, exactly 1 year. Now, I'm not an idiot, guys. I know how to diagnose a problem. And I hit up Deshworks. I'm trying to be a nice guy. I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? I got a problem with my fuel pump. First thing out of the, fuel pump, I'm all like, it's every time I floor it, the car cuts off, or I lose power and the car stumbles. And the first thing comes out of his mouth, did you check the voltage? I'm all, yes, voltage is on point and wide open. It doesn't change. He's like, oh, no, you're not testing it right. Come on. It's a voltmeter. Floor it. There's my voltage. It doesn't get any easier or harder than that. And he's like, no. You guys got. I'm like, look, I'm gonna buy another pump, and I need you guys to refund me this pump because your pump is failing. Like, no, you haven't diagnosed it correctly. I'm like, all right. So I go to AutoZone, and what's happening is that now that the pump has pretty much officially failed. Every time I turn the car on, if you guys know what a fuel pump sounds like, every time you turn your Mark IV on, you go, what? And it goes, wee, or wee, and it just turns off. On my pump, you turn it on, it goes, wee. It goes limp all of a sudden. Then you crank the car over and it just pop a fuse. It was pulling too much ampage. More likely the motor was failing and just on its way out. Again, I called Deshworks. I called them and then emailed them. Again, you're not diagnosing the part right. You have a problem with your electrical, your fuses, your relay. I replaced the relay. I replaced the fuses. I checked all the wiring. I checked for corrosion. Everything was flawless. They were trying to give me the runaround and they didn't want to give me an RMA. I go, look, I bought another fuel pump from AutoZone. I popped it in. Car ran like a dream for a week. Not a single problem. Come on, guys. Come on. I bought a fuel pump. I threw away $100 just to prove my point to you guys. They're like, yeah, it seems like, now they're like, yeah, it seems like you have a problem. Okay, I shipped it out. Lucky enough, I'm super cool friends with the people at AutoZone. They were letting me return my fuel pump. I got my $100 back. Deshworks, I bought another fuel pump from them. I spent $250, paid $30 for shipping. Got my pump next day because I needed the car because I got to get back to work. I got off a paternity leave. My wife just shipped the fuel pump for me today. So I'm going to see next week if they're going to give me bullshit or any shit for that pump. Because I'm going to be pretty pissed if they do. Because I know for a fact the pump is failing because I'm using their brand new pump in my car right now and it's running flawlessly. Okay. But again, I'm ranting because when you guys complain about a part failing or about anything, my recommendation when you guys, before you even bother complaining to a manufacturer or a company, cover all your sides so you have a valid argument, you know? And that's what validated my argument. I popped another pump and it worked fine. It was pulling the proper voltage. It was pulling the proper ampage. You know? What's going on, Ivan? Definitely long time no see with you, man. You've been a while, buddy. Been a while. You know, and I tell people, you know, don't blame the company. Blame their training. You know, blame how they deal with their customer service. You know, I understand they run off a script. They have a technician there, you know, Mr. Engineer. I know what I'm talking about. Believe me, you probably know what you're talking about, but you probably never dealt with it in the real world. You know? Awesome, Ivan. Very cool. Taking care of my little baby girl. And that's what I got to tell you guys. I stayed pretty much level-headed the entire time. I never gave them shit. I never talked crap. I never cussed them. I never gave them any attitude. You know, I just made notes of everything they were telling me. And then, you know, when I replied back, it's like, I did this, this, and this, and this, and this. This is what is happening. Please just replace my part, you know. And then, yeah, they were like, oh, yeah, here's your RMA and everything. Follow the RMA procedure, fill out this form. Done. You should get your money back in a week or two, which is fine. I'm in no rush. But, again, for you guys, this is a process you're going to have to deal with over and over. Now, some companies, like people who sell turbos, if that turbo, right, Bronze Lobster, if you have a turbo and you personally install it and you're not a certified technician, blah, 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 singing a story, they automatically void the warranty on that product. I hope you guys know. All right? Like 90% of those companies will not validate a warranty if it is not installed by a shop or some type of company. I shit you guys not. It's in everybody's warranty and like purchase description because they don't want to be like, oh, blah, you know. I agree, Mr. Bronze Lobster. Bronze Lobster. People love to abuse the system 100%. However, a lot of people don't have the money to pay a shop, you know. But if you make sure you log, you pay attention, and track all the work you do, you should be 100% covered by them. Banging, if your friend does it off the books, it's considered not a proper install and it's not covered by the warranty. It has to have a full receipt with an actual work order done to that car. As proof, yeah. If you can forge it, do it, man. I'd do it. Fuck, I don't care. Get my warranty. And don't get me wrong, there are some products that are legit, and there's some products that that have issues. And that's one thing about that I love to do and test and abuse and check. But one thing that I always tell everyone, and this is for all you Mark IV guys, because you Mark IV guys are cheap. You guys are super cheap. Don't say you're not, because you are cheap. I know you guys are broke, because I'm a Mark IV guy, and that's what I'm saying. We're cheap. You guys love to reuse parts or hardware. And that's like the biggest no-no. Pretty much, you know. And yeah, you guys are broke. But dude, don't modify your car if you're broke. Just leave the car alone. Yeah, exactly. I take two broken cars and make one semi-reliable car. And that's my point, guys. Take your time. Buy your parts. Why do you think that motor is still taken apart after, like 4 months? It's just sitting there. I come by every other week and spray oil over it so it doesn't rust. You know, that's my point. GSX 1000. No, he never hit me up. GSX. Who's that? What's his name? The guy I have to pay for the tune.
The one that won it
Yeah.
in the book somewhere.
Nick Hudson, that's his name. Thank you, Nick. Yeah. Right now, apparently, he never hit me up. He's going through some stuff. Thank you, Nick. Hello, Owie. Yeah, I have your money. I gotta pay him. He's for some reason he's been super busy. It's still yours, man. So don't worry about it. I have you. Freaking what's this? Wayne Ferguson. I still have to pay for his coilovers. Freaking my buddy Glenn from SoloWorks has been so busy. I had cash to give him the coilovers. He's like, I can't take your money because I'm too busy to make you a work order to give him the discounted price for the coils, which is hilarious because I went to SoloWorks' freaking headquarters and he couldn't even do it there for me. And he's got SEMA going on. But GSX 1000, Nick Hudson, a.k.a. Nick Hudson, please text me on Friday. I'm going to call Trent. I have his personal phone number. I don't like calling, these guys because they're busy. I have his personal phone number. I'm going to call him. I'm just going to send him the money because he was supposed to send me an invoice so I can pay him officially. So I'm going to bug him and have him send me the invoice and then get you the tune, okay? Please remind me, though, on Friday. Please. That's my phone number. How much are the SoloWorks coils? It depends on the coils, but they're usually like $4.99. I don't know, whatever they cost on their website. I mean, I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. SoloWorks coilovers over Raceland coilovers, buy them. You're going to spend more money, but they're just so much more smoother than Raceland. Raceland is literally like, caw. You're like, yeah, yeah.
Like Bilstein.
I love Bilsteins. If you can get some Bilsteins, oh man. They don't go lower than Raceland coilovers. They don't actually sit that low. Raceland coilovers actually sit super low in comparison to SoloWorks. However, your comfort and your butthole will love you night and day if you buy SoloWorks. Because if you ever drive on the road and you see that hole, you know how your butthole goes from this to go whoop, puckers up because you're about to hit that pothole and you're just like, oh, don't worry about it. You're going to love it. It's going to be nice and smooth. Bronze Lobster. I have a 20th anniversary, but he just bought a B18 for his Civic. Please don't ban me now. I don't know, man. Them fighting words right there. Them's real fighting words. I'm just kidding, bro. Don't worry about it. I got nothing against Fernando, give me a second there. But EKs are dope cars. I had a 89 CRX and I had a 91 Civic. I built them. Both of them with H22 turbos. Big boy, big power, fun stuff. Never again, however, going to buy a Honda build because I spent way too much money. The car kept getting stolen. Not worth it. Not worth it. However, they were fun. They weigh nothing. They sound like crap, but they're fast when they're properly built. Let's see here. Fernando Rangel. Cállate, Joe. Pinche tiny. MK3 life, bro. Let's see here. Rangel, I just bought an 89 Cabrio. What kind of engine swap can I do? You can do whatever you want. I mean, it just depends on your money. But personally, I'm the 1.8T guy. So I'm going to tell you a 1.8T. You can do a VR, but everybody and their mama does a VR. So it's like, it's boring. Not many people do a 1.8T. Just saying, if you're ballsy and you got money, get ALH, get a TDI diesel in there. Oh man, that'd be fun to drive. You know. I don't know how if you. It's not that it's boring. It's just everybody and their mama does it. I mean, it's like if you like it, do it, man. I got nothing against it, but to me, it's just like everybody else. That's why I'm doing 1.8Ts because they're different. You know, don't get me wrong. They're fun, but I'm building a 1.8T with stroker, AB head, aiming 400. Should I go with O2M or stay with O2J, buddy? Don't go to an O2M. Stay with O2J. Stay 5-speed. Way more reliable. And Tiny is right. Dump a 2.5 liter in that. Those things are legit. What's up, AJ Pride? Damn, I'm doing good, man. How you been? Man, everybody's good joining in tonight's conversation. I love it. Good times, good times. Everyone's on them 1.8s now. Dude, you wish everyone's on freaking. I know we are missing Wayne. Everyone is complaining about their 1.8s because they can't take care of them. That's what's happening. Dude, you'd be surprised how many people give up when they can't find a boost leak. No, ain't nobody gonna put a Tiptronic trans. Yes, AJ, I always do my my live streams at around 9 p.m. Pacific time, just because it's when I get off of work. And Robert, damn, long time, buddy. I mean, you live local too, so that's crazy. I actually got my first official upgrade for my live stream. Check this out, guys. I don't know how to show it to you guys, but this is my actual official. Look at this. Look at this mic. It's pretty cool. You know, I got my first official mic. And I think it's been working good. Have you guys been enjoying the my beautiful, luscious voice? Have you guys been enjoying how the sound looks? I mean, how my voice sounds? Is it delicious? Oh, that's crazy banging. Jesse Traverse, don't O2Js break a lot? Whichever one I go, I'm gonna LSD. Okay. O2Js are legitimately I'm not gonna say bulletproof, but they are the little tanks of the Mark IV world transmissions. The reason why, and I'm gonna give you like the most generic explanation for it because it's kind of hard to say. O2Js are more compressed on the inside, and they have better tension for the gears not vibrating and exploding. It's kind of a weird thing to explain, but third gear has a lot of slop in the 6-speed and 5-speed transmissions. However, 6 speeds have the most. Third, they just have a lot of play for some reason, and they tend to blow up. However, doing what they call a girdle upgrade and stuff like that, it kind of helps reinforce it. Doing a limited slip makes the transmission night and day, hold up to almost 500 horsepower without braking. You'd be surprised just putting a diff in our trannies are, like I said, night and day difference in how they hold power, because the power is now transferred evenly versus, one wheel fury. So it takes a lot of that tension off that transmission and makes it pull a lot better, and it makes it more reliable. AJ Pride, bro, pinche. I just changed my clutch with socks set. Everything is done, but how come I need to floor it when I try first gear? The rest of the gears is easy. More than likely, your two things: you either your pressure plate wasn't set correctly, or your flywheel wasn't bolted down 100% of the way. I don't know what you ended up doing. Did you do upgraded flywheel, like a single stage or dual mass? I need a little bit more specifics. And yes, O2Ms are just number one, 2 to 3 times more expensive than a 5-speed. So they're way more expensive. They're less reliable. The hydraulic throttle bearing always fails. I mean, I kid you not. They just explode. They're just garbage. Especially when you immediately floor it, they tend to just take a dump. So they're not the best. Robert, no, I don't know anybody that can smoke test for you. So Sunday cars of sorts, bro. Satch. It's a stage 2 Satch. Socks. There you go, Robert. Listen to Bronze Lobster. Best response, period, for that. To test out your vacuum leak or boost leak fast. It might not work for boost, though. Just so you know, it might not rev up. So it's a stage 2, and it's just not grabbing in first gear. So unfortunately, and I mean in first gear, so Bronze Lobster, I don't care about anything Mark V and newer. They don't do it for me. They look like minivans. They're boring. They're super boring. They have their place. To me, Mark IV and older are just the last. Honestly, those are the only cars that are German to me, that have soul, that have passion, they have character. You know, you can legitimately make them however you want. Mark 5, 6, and 7, you do so much to them, they still look the same. You know, I don't know, man. And they're just not fun to drive. I know, to each their own. No, Robert, the only way you're going to start a fire with that is you squirting that on the exhaust manifold. And even then, it would probably just smoke like crazy. So you'll be fine. Alan, would I consider an R32 Mark IV? Seriously? Is that a real question? Is that a real question? Because I give my left nut for Mark IV R32 all day. Bags and wheels. Wind car shows pretty much. Man, I got like 5 cars. I daily all of them. So Nissan, anybody would give anything for a Skyline, bro, but they're not cheap. They're not easy to maintain. Exactly. I drive my car like I stole it. Okay. Alan Ramirez, what happened to Woosty? What? My conversation, woman. Just put it this way, man. It's dead. And here at PTL's Garage, what we say about Woosty is fuck Woosty. In the butt. That's all you need to know. It's garbage. Don't worry. We got way better shows coming. And next year, it's going to be a lot of fun because Pinch House Garage is touring with the Corrado. Yeah, Woosie got worse every year, and then it just died. So don't worry about it. It's over. He tried to bring it back, but no one wanted him. So, yeah. How's the wife's MK2? You can see it right there. It's still there.
There.
See the engine? It's still there. You know, we've been. I know the engine looks nice there, sitting there. The car looks gorgeous, but it sits there. We ain't got no money, man. Still working on it. We'll get there. The Corrado, though. Did you guys see that? You guys see the Corrados at the body shop? Corrado's at the body shop. It's going to get painted this week or next week. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I am super excited. That's right, Tiny. We met at Occupy Big Bear.
That's gone too.
And yeah, and Occupy Big Bear is also gone. But it's it's turning into a new thing. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. So you guys got to pay attention to that too, because that's coming back. And it's coming back with the passion. All right, guys? It's going to rework, but we're turning into something new. So Bronze Lobster, what color is the Mark II going to be? I mean, the Corrado. It's going to be painted Nardo Gray. It's going to be painted by my good friend, Corbin. The guy who painted my Mark II. So, must be nice, banging. Must be nice. Oh, man, we're going on an hour already? Yeah, dude, Corbin is good at what he does. Yeah, Robert, I love the way he painted your car. Yep. And it's going to be the first Corrado to be painted Nardo Gray. And it's going to have a black interior with gray stitching and a couple other fun stuff that's coming very, very soon. I can't give any more details out, but it's almost done. That's right, Ivan. I'm definitely putting a 1.8T in that bad boy. Wire harness is put in. The engine's actually sitting on the side of my house right now. I'm about to tear that one down and rebuild it because that's going to be brand new in that car. So stay tuned for that. Tiny, the coilovers are actually, I'm announcing the winner on Saturday. If you saw the coilovers, they're right there. They're still right there, Tiny. See them? Key. Exactly. 1.8T the world, bro. They're cheap engines. Make gobs of power for no money. And they give you gas mileage. And they're economical. Tiny's not VR, bro. VR. Just because you got a Mark III with a VR, cállate, güey. Let's boost link the world, yeah. Is it over to get the coilovers? No, it's not over yet. You guys can still enter. ABA? Sure. Because, you know, parts are readily available for that. I'm already. I told you too, fool. Actually, my lawnmower has a 1.8 liter. It's not turboed.
You put a scary skeleton on it.
That's bad, Tiny. You need to not stretch the wheels, the tires. Nice, Jesse. Nice, Jesse. Ivan, I have a 24-hour VR6 and it keeps overheating. Well, number one, did you replace the secondary coolant pump? How about, oh, I've changed everything and it's still. Time for a 1.8T swap. Damn, here, Dick. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Okay, let's get back to helping this guy, okay? Instead of just telling him to swap the car. So if it keeps overheating, you replaced everything. Now, what did you replace? What do you mean that you replaced everything? Did you replace the radiator, all the radiator hoses? Did you replace the crack pipe? Did you replace the coolant temp sensor, the thermostat? Did you replace the heater hoses? I need a little bit more information just other than everything. There's a lot of stuff besides just everything. Now, Ivan, do the fans turn on? Okay. When you replaced everything, did you burp the system? In other words, let the car sit at idle for about 20 to 30 minutes, leave the coolant ball open, let it just pour out coolant. Did you do that? Okay. Did you replace the coolant temp sensor with an OEM coolant temp sensor? Okay. Now, please be honest with me. Did you get the coolant temp sensor from the dealer or from AutoZone or like a parts store? Doesn't matter if it's green. First from O'Reilly's, which more likely probably give you issues, then the dealer. Okay. So you got the dealer one in there. Okay, so I'm trying to think here. What about all your other sensors? Did you replace them with OEM? Okay. The fan switch, obviously they're kicking on and everything, so that's working correctly. If it was a head gasket, he would have oil in the coolant, or chocolatey mess in his pretty much oil pan. Have you checked that? Have you checked your or white smoke? Quick question on the coolant temp sensor. When you pull it out, do you check if there's any corrosion? And are you, like Tiny said, are you getting white smoke? Okay. I don't remember, but I think 24 valves also have the secondary water pump. Does yours have a secondary water pump by chance? And the secondary radiator. I think they also have a second radiator. Yeah. Oh, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good picture. I mean, Jesse does has a point because I know the 12 valves have a second radiator and a second water pump. I don't know about 24 valves, but if all that's been replaced and it's still giving you this issue, there is a possibility, like Jesse was saying, there might be a crack in between cylinders, and that's creating a little bit unusual. Okay, so it is missing coolant. So you're not supposed to have disappearing coolant. Now, is that coolant? Do you ever see coolant on the floor? Or is it just disappearing? That's your motor, buddy. There's something wrong with the head. Just like Jesse was saying, there's probably an issue with the head. So you might have to pull the head and replace the head gasket, and that should solve the problem. But if you pull the head, you got to have the head and so 1.8D. Or 2 point slow. I mean, pull the head and honestly replace the head gasket because more likely the head gasket has cracked, or a 12 valve. But I mean, any car would do that. And honestly, any car will actually give you the issue that you're having. It's not uncommon. So don't be like, oh, I feel bad. No, 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 no. It's a pretty common across the board of all cars. You know, it doesn't matter. R32 coils, no, don't worry. That doesn't do anything in your car. Yeah, dude. So the only thing I can tell you right now, you're gonna probably have to pull the head and get some work done. You know, and honestly, you might have to get some work done. You know, but if you get it done, you'll probably have another good, really reliable. But if you're gonna pull the head, you might as well save up money, do all your chains, your guides, your timing belt, I mean your water pump and all that as well on the side of the car. That way, you know, you can get a nice refresh done to it and it'll be good. Well, if you're gonna scrap it, man, give it to me. I'll take care of it. Where do you live? I'll go pick it up. Yeah. You know, if you're gonna scrap it, I'd love to repair it, rebuild it, and give it away to somebody. It'd be awesome giveaway. You know, right, Tiny. You know, I don't want cars to go bad. You know, I feel bad. I want to help you, but I know a lot of people could just get tired of it, and it becomes one headache ratchet. It's kind of like an avalanche. It just, you know, and people get overwhelmed. It's very definitely overwhelming. And if it's your only car, it's even way more overwhelming, and it becomes very very big headache for a lot of you guys. And I understand. I pinned there. You know, like I said, Ivan, if you're local in California and you decide to give up on it and you want to just throw it away, please let me take care of it. I'll take it. I'll rebuild it and I'll give it away to a good home. I promise you that will happen. Yeah. AJ, it's a possibility you might end up blowing up that clutch. So I definitely recommend pulling that out and fixing it. Yeah, Ivan. Oh, man, you live close. So have a shop, take the head off, inspect it. As long as the head isn't warping, you should be able to just have a machine shop, just deck it for you, put a new gasket, send it. You know, for again, for AJ, I definitely would recommend pulling that tranny back out and inspecting everything, make sure everything's in there legitly tight. But before you do that, I would recommend adjusting your transmission cables. You might have just one just not right in there. That also helps. Please, Ivan. There might be someone out there that might need that car, might need it if you give up on it. But before you give up on the car, honestly, have a shop, take the head off, and check it out. That would be cool. Have Mark rebuild the car. That's actually a very good idea, Joe. That would be very cool. You know, if anybody else out there wants to donate a car for Mark, for him to get his hands on it and have him, Mark the teenager, build it on his own, I would gladly take a car from anyone and have him put his hands in it 100%. That'd be super cool. Honestly, that would be very, very, very cool content. The oil cooler gasket's super easy, dude. Very, very easy. The oil cooler, I mean, drain the oil, obviously. Pour the oil filter out. And then there's a screw right there that pretty much removes the main housing. And then you can put the 4 bolts. There's 4 bolts that go on the housing. You pop them off, and it's off. That's it. That's honestly it. It's like 5 bolts in total. You just have to move a bunch of stuff out of the way, but you can either do it from the top or from the bottom. If you don't want to remove the intake manifold, you can legitimately do it from the bottom of the car, and it's straightforward. I mean, it's not that hard to do. I think I have it right here, so give me a second. It's 100 times easier from the bottom. I agree. 100 times. No. It's way over there. I'm not going to grab it. It's too far. Sorry. Not going to go grab it. Anybody want a tired D16? Anyone want to build a lawnmower? Yeah, exactly. Scrap that motor. Uh, 5W30 full synthetic. Best option for oil on a Mark IV. That's pretty much it. This guy. Bye, my love. What are we having for dinner? What are we having? Beef. Beef and rice. Thank you. Love you. B18s are legit motors. I got nothing here. Royal Purple has a special place in my heart, and I don't like it because Royal Purple has a really weird viscosity trait, and if you do not, you have to drain the engine and do what they call an oil flush out of the engine, and you run that. You can no longer run any other oil other than Royal Purple on that B. Just so you know, because once you start mixing oils with that, it hates life. It's one of the worst oils to mix other oils with, and it doesn't like it. So I'm not a fan of Royal Purple because it's just, honestly, to me, it's not worth it. In all honesty, I run Castrol full synthetic 530 on my big turbo 1.8T. Not a problem. But I change my oil every 2,000 to 2,500 miles. That is it. No more than that. I don't even go to 3,000. I change it pretty early. Royal Purple is really good because when it gets really hot, it gets even more slipperier, so it controls heat better. However, I'm not a fan of it. It's just, I'm just not a fan of it. It's not the best oil out there for 1.8T. Honestly, if you got the money, go to Motul. Motul is legit, or Torco. Those guys make really good oil for our European cars. Pennzoil is complete garbage. Get that crap away from me. No. Pennzoil is what you put in your Ford F-150 that you don't care about. Mobile One is good, but to me it's dropped down in quality, honestly. And I honestly, I don't care what BMW uses from the factory. I'm not a fan of their oil. That oil, it's always been crap to me. I'm not a fan. I said I'm not a fan of Pennzoil. I personally use Castrol and pretty much OEM Castrol from the dealer. That's all I use now. Valvoline is also another cheap oil I don't recommend. That stuff is just not the best. Valvoline, like I said, Pennzoil and Valvoline, I tend to be like the low end on the style of qualities of oil, and I never heard anything good about them. I mean, maybe for naturally aspirated low horsepower cars, like a Honda or a Mitsubishi, something stock, something super basic, like a Kia Rio, a Kia Forte, probably just fine, But, none of us drive cars like a stock car. None of us own our cars that are stock. We tend to drive our cars a little harder than normal. So I don't think that's going to be yeah. Yeah, I mean, people are going to hate you because it's a mix. It's a mix of cultures and communities, and no one. The European car culture, we keep to ourselves, man, and we respect one another. JDM and Americans, like American cars or just American domestic, we watch them fight each other because they're stupid. Like, they just don't like anybody, I don't know. I'm just saying, us VW guys are like chill, and then the Audi guys are like dicks, and then the BMW guys are just pricks, douches, and then the people with money after that, Mercedes and all that, they just don't care about us. But but my point is, it's just like, and then the classic car VW guys just don't care about anybody. As long as you own an air-cooled, you're pretty much a brother. You're family for life. However, they're starting to open up to us water-cooled VW guys because they're noticing we're putting the effort. Some of us are putting the effort to be a part of that community and hanging out with them and putting the effort and respecting one another. Because in all honesty, the air-cooled community can teach us a lot about each other and about being respectful. It's sad right now that every generation in the car community is getting worse. And what I mean by worse, they're learning how to not respect one another. They're learning just to hate each other based on how their car looks, or because you bought reps versus real wheels, all that stuff, man. It's sad because the whole point of owning a car and building a car is to have fun. It's all about having fun and doing fun stuff with your car, not their car, because you're not working on their car. You're working on your car and you're doing it your way. Again, nothing is wrong. Doing it your way is not wrong. However, if you're trying to fit in a specific crowd, then it will be wrong. Understand that. Pre-warn yourself, pre-warn your feelings, because your feelings don't matter. In all honesty, I can give two shits about anybody's feelings, about your car, when you want to join a specific community. And what I mean by that, for example, you guys want to join the Mark 6 community. Well, you better have bags, you better have wheels, or you can't join it. If you're trying to join a specific group, learn about them, understand what you're doing, and have fun and be a part of that community. Now, other communities, as older guys, for example, I can care less what you do. Yeah. I have exactly, Jesse, exactly. Again, I don't care. I don't care what you do, but I do care if you do it right. Okay? For example, you guys want to put a rep bumper on your car. Putting a rep bumper, I'm cool with it. My car has rep bumpers on it. I don't care. However, I put the effort and I did it right. You just put them there for me.
I used to feel off first.
It's fine. And I I know what that is. How can I say? I took my time and I did the body work, and then I went to a shop that did the paint job to make it look right. A lot of people, honestly, buy rep bumpers and spray can it, and they're like, "Oh, look at my cool, setup." It's like, dude, if you're gonna do it, at least put the effort into it, man. Put the effort into it. Don't half-ass it. Don't buy it because it was cheap, and then you're gonna half-ass it because you don't have the money to do it correctly. Again, for example, like we talked earlier about buying turbos. Don't buy an eBay turbo kit because you're gonna break your car. Or why is my car not running? Because I'm running on a stock tune and I got a big turbo. And why is the car running like total garbage? Well, because you're an idiot. Take your time, do your research, do it right. If you're gonna do an eBay kit, spend the money on the stuff that matters. So that way it's like, it's reliable to a point. And it is eBay, Chinesium. Thank you, Ivan. Took the words right out of my mouth. If you don't have the money to do it, don't do it. However, don't try to do those cheap and free mods that don't do anything to your car. Sometimes they make your car worse. Don't go on eBay. Don't go on Amazon buying bulbs, LED strips, and the cheapest stuff you can afford because you had $20 in your pocket and you were like, yeah. Yeah, and put the hood scoop on your car. The $20 hood scoop that don't even work. Or the fender vents. Oh, no. Stickers, yes. All the stickers.
Extra horsepower.
See, all you guys. Oh God. I said there's a lot of things that, like I said, there's things to do it right, and there's things to have fun with, and there's things. You know, you just don't do it. You know, you don't do it. You might do it, and then you do it. You know, there's I guess there's just three bins you pick and choose from. I would love to do a 48-hour big turbo build and see how the car turns out. Again, yeah, I would if I had the money to buy parts like that. I would love to overnight anything from anywhere. You know, now that being said, again, the whole point of my live streams is for you guys to ask me, learn something, do something, maybe ask if it's right or if it's wrong. Maybe how do you do it? Why would you do it? Why not? That's what I like doing with you guys. I love chit-chatting. It's fun. You guys have great questions, very, very good questions. And to me, again, I'm the less is more guy. You know, oh, farted. I love less stuff on my car. You know, Tiny, you do what you Mark threes are like the redheaded stepchilds in the VW world because they're ugly and they're not ugly. Like only the mamas and their daddies love them, you know, so they're not as ugly. You know, they're just so weird. I don't know. AJ Pride, you know what? You're welcome. I'm glad that I helped you so much taking care and building your Mark IV. You know, and thank you for the compliment. I love it. I definitely love the compliments, and I always respond as often as I can. Your jet is a freaking spaceship, bro. I don't know how many people you know that own a spaceship on wheels. You know, honestly. And Tiny's all sad now. Don't worry about it, fool. Get the way. I love that, AJ Pride. I love how you enjoy that. Okay, so banging. In honest opinion, my flex pipe went out. Super common. They started having holes in them. I got a 3-inch from 42 Draft Designs versus a stock $40 cheaper. On a stock car, would you have gone aftermarket like me? Yes, I would have gone aftermarket. Number one, it's a good upgrade. You're not going to get power, but you're going to get a faster spool. So technically, it's an upgrade. Why not? It's not bad. You didn't buy a cheap upgrade. You got a good upgrade. And it's going to be reliable. So that matters a lot, banging. A lot. I'm looking into tuning ALH, TDI. Do you know any good software to do that? Yes, I do. Hit up Kerma TDI, Polaris 500 Pro. It's going to have to be done off-tune for the way I'm building it, and I do have experience in tuning. Just need software. Again, hit up Kerma TDI. Awesome group of dudes. They will take care of you. Good stuff. JTJ250. My AWM does something weird. Under light throttle, it starts boosting but doesn't accelerate. Certain throttle positions, light and load, the boost starts climbing and seems to decelerate slightly. So for that scenario, for your car, sounds like either you're in, what's the word? Limp mode. If it's in limp mode, you're going to have this issue. If you have a really bad boost leak, you're going to have this issue. If your throttle body is failing or your throttle body position sensor is failing, it will give you this issue. It will give you like a weird jerky sensation, and then it'll go and then it'll accelerate. That'll give you those issues. So I would definitely, number one, I would definitely look into pulling codes, If it's drive-by-wire, then you're going to need to pull codes and look for any type of codes that might be pending or that are deeper within the car to see what's giving you these weird issues. My car is simple and it is clean. I definitely agree. But it was 100% built on a budget. I didn't have a lot of money because I had to build a second car. And I agree. I take my time, and I definitely did not cheap out on stuff when it mattered. I've never messed with the Malone tune. Sorry. True. If it's ever broken, might as well build it. All right, AJ, one more question. Second, third, fourth, and fifth gear fine when I'm driving with my new clutch. First and reverse needs more gas. I think I was definitely talking to you about that, AJ. Play with your shifter cables, adjust them. Maybe they're just not going all the way in correctly. So when you're trying to accelerate, it's just trying to grab barely. Play with that. If that does not solve the problem, then your next thing is going to have to do is pull that tranny out and look to see if anything's odd inside that transmission where the clutch and flywheel is engaging and disengaging. You might have an issue with spacing. Banging. How long it take you for the MK4? 2 years, secondary? I mean, you can bleed it. It won't hurt you to bleed the slave. I mean, it will not hurt you at all. But just remember that it might not be the actual problem. But again, it might help. Try it out. But if all the other gears work, I doubt it's the slave cylinder. I got to eat my dinner, so give me a second here. Been talking for almost 2 hours. Sorry. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since 3 o'clock, so I'm pretty hungry. See, Ivan? See, AJ? I can do it. Oh, Tiny. I'm stuck between 3 wheels right now. And I'll show you. We're probably going to do these, though. These are probably the wheels we're going to get for the Corrado. And we're probably going to get Schmidt wheels for it to sponsor that. So, and we're going to do a staggered setup, probably 8.5 in the front and 9.5 in the rear. A nice wide stance. And obviously it's going to sit nice and low. So, yep, Schmidt's. Schmidt. But I know what you mean, Tiny. Don't worry. Sheets. My wife made a beef stir fry with a pilaf rice. It's pretty good. I want the puncher. for making a crappy dinner. No. You can come over, Angel. You know where I live. You want some? I still got a pot of this stuff. Need more content. I agree. I'm not going to share my address. This guy. I want random people showing up at my house. I already give you guys my freaking phone number. What more do you guys want? No. Dude, I wish I had a private jet. It'd be so dope. The Corrado's going to have a full-on race interior. That's for sure. Full-on, full cage, harness, racing seats, all that stuff. No, it's a 1.8T Corrado, fully built. Pretty much no interior. Oh, man, it's so funny, but it's so true. No, it's actually going to have a complete interior. Just no back. It's going to have full carpet. It's going to have custom door cards, custom headliner. I'm plasma cutting the rear back end of it. Not yet, Tiny. That's the next thing. Nope, not going to 24 valve anything. I'm not a big VR6 fan. However, I am building a VR6 for you guys very soon. I got one. Nope, don't want a VR6. Sorry. Now, the Mark 6, something sad happened to the owner. So, the owner of that car, he's no longer with us. So, the wife is taking care of the car, and I've been helping her and taking care of that car for her. So yeah, the guy was super cool. Yeah, but it sucks. His brother is taking care of the car too. He's driving it, and no, it's a long story, but let's just say he's just not around. He's not dead. He's not dead. It's just he's not around. It just sucks. The story behind it just sucks. So, and I'm helping his wife out. I mean, nothing's wrong with the wife and him. It's just there's some other stuff going on, and I'm just doing my best to help them out, and just take care of them. That's all I can do. Take care of the car. AJ, you need a KO4? AJ? His car is a 2.0 T. Don't worry about it. Yeah, same here. AJ, I'm giving away a KO4 soon, next month. Full kit. So stay tuned for that. We will be announcing that very, very soon, showing you guys the whole kit after this contest ends up. Ends, and then we're going to start another contest. So stay tuned for that. Okay? Full kit. The goal is to get injector. I mean, everything. What does a full kit mean? Let me explain. Turbo, manifold, intercooler piping, intercooler, fueling, and a tune. That is a full kit. The only thing you guys are going to need to provide is an intake for it. And I think that's pretty much it. Intake and some couple bolts here and there. But that's all up to you guys. The contest will be only on YouTube, and we will only announce the winners on YouTube and Instagram. So stay tuned for on the both of those. We do on both pages, so that's how we do it here. The turbo kit is strictly for a Mark IV with a 1.8 T. Just so you know, Tiny. Not for all cars. Just a Mark IV. Remember, only 1.8 T. Only for a Mark IV. Why? Because that's what I love. Love to give away stuff for them. Yeah. Got to pull that motor out, man. All right, guys. I'm going to call it a night. I get ready for my hike tomorrow. Nah, bro. You on a VR, you're going to pay. It is a little dry. But it's fine. It makes me happy. But thank you, everyone, tuning in. As always, this being Pinchal's Garage. This is how we roll. And I love chatting up a night with you with conversation and a good time. And as always, everyone, what do we do here at Pinchal's Garage? Well, as always, if you see another fellow dubber on the road, you give them a thumbs up, you respect them, and you always break, fix, and repeat. Because this is Pinchal's Garage, and this is what we do. Keep an eye out for some new merch. We are going to have hoodies available with new logos and a bunch of other fun stuff for Pinchal's Garage coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. And you guys are going to have a chance to win a custom Pinchal's Garage hoodie as well. All right, guys. Have yourself a wonderful night. Peace out. And enjoy the rest of your day if it's the morning for you guys. Because some of you guys it's like morning time. All right? Exactly. 20 Valve the world. Peace out.